Hey guys, welcome back to Sabers Forever. I'm John. Today we're going to be going over the SKOLL. This is the master chassis that I have been promising, so why don't we just jump right in and I'll show you exactly what's going on. Alright, so this is the SKOLL by Sabers. I've been promising this review for a long time, and I'm honestly surprised it took me as long as it did to get around to it, because this is a really, really cool saber. Now, this is Sabers weathering service, so if you got it, it should look almost identical to this. Obviously, weathering is not the same on everyone, but it should look remarkably close to this. This was one of the first two. I was present when he did this one, and I have to say his technique is flawless. It's very, very nice. You will not be disappointed. Now, a couple things is this is actually installed with a Goth Master chassis, so I went ahead and gave this the whole runaround, and this leads us to our first issue. Really the only big gripe, which is this is a little loose for my liking. I wish that it locked in, but I can open it with my pinky and it unscrews sometimes by unscrewing the saber. Now that being said, if you put a blade in it, this locks down. This locks real hard, and that's not an issue. I wish this would have had a little more support from the bottom or something, of the pommel. But I understand that obviously that would have affected it twisting. But that's really my biggest gripe, honestly. So we got that out of the way. The chassis is absolutely gorgeous, along with the saber. I mean, it has the power switch right here, which lines up on the chassis here. But let's just take a second, because, I mean, I did weather this, but Rick did the modeling for the chassis, and, wow, right? I'm going to turn this on. Of course it turns on the, the cart font.
Crispity.
Battery level.
That's better. We'll leave it on this one for a minute. We'll go back to those other ones, I promise. Now, what's so great is there's doors. This has a genuine quartz crystal in it. I think that is as close as I can get. The saber itself works off of one button, and it is very big. And the chassis, honestly, doesn't really reflect that. It's kind of a normal-sized chassis. It is a little bit longer than, let's say, the Ray Scavenger, but overall, I mean, it's not as long or as big as I would have thought it would be in terms of the size of the hilt. Now, something else to be said is that the speaker on the Eco and Eco CC is separate and self-contained in the pommel, which that would have given this a little bit more length. Well, maybe not. But I don't think that was necessary. I enjoy having the speaker attached to my soundboard all the time, so that when I turn it on,
something calls to me.
You get a nice boot up.
Hear it?
Now let's turn this sucker on. This, of course, has the motor inside. So cool. So how about that, huh? Now I have this set up with a whole bunch of different features for each font, so let's just go over a couple of those real quick. So, of course, I had to have fun with this. This was definitely a chassis that... I got this one for myself. Sorry about that. I got this one for myself. This is one of my... as soon as I saw... I'm obviously speechless. As soon as I saw that this was a similar build to the Scavenger, and then it was for a Balin SKOLL hilt, I was like, I have to have it. So I grabbed this one for myself and programmed it with all these awesome Kyberphonic fonts, and had fun with the programming. So let's check that out one more time. So that's Cart from Kyberphonic. Crispity from Grayscale.
Battery level. Balin SKOLL.
And then back to Balin SKOLL. Alright, so this just fits into the saber, as you would think. Off to the left, twist in to lock, put the pommel on. And this is a 28mm speaker, Proffi V3, 18650, high amp kill switch, accent on the crystal. Then there's two 20mm accent pixel rings, a line of 5 neopixels at the bottom, and then the stock NPXL V3. And that is wired in series with the blade, so this emitter does its own thing, and the blade does nothing close to what the emitter is actually doing. Now, the speaker is all the way back here, and it has to go all the way through the pommel, and the pommel actually has some really subtle venting, which I think could be a little better, but honestly, I'm not one to complain normally. It's not a very loud saber. And even with a 31mm in the pommel, it's pretty comparable to this, which is acceptable. I will say, you cannot hear the motor at all. I mean, if you're really, really listening for it, you can maybe hear it, or if you put your ear against it, you'll hear it. But, I mean, apart from getting that motor hum, you really can't hear it at all. Now, this saber uses a 2mm Allen key for both of these. These are the blade retention, and it uses a 1-inch blade, but I believe I did go over that in another video. This saber, I just wanted to really show off the KR weathering again, and the master chassis, since I've been talking about it so much. So this was really, really, really anticipated on my part, and I loved Ray Stevenson's character. So I did go ahead and add his voice pack, which I believe, if I go into color change, it's 4 clicks. There we go.
Red, orange, red, dark orange, orange, gold, yellow, green, aquamarine, cyan.
Now it's blue.
Red, orange, red.
So there you go. Really sweet saber, really sweet chassis. I think that pretty much does it, so let's just wrap it up here. Alright guys, that does it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to see more epic installs just like this guy right here. This has been one of my bucket list sabers. Like, I wanted this the second I saw the character. I absolutely loved Ray Stevenson's character, so absolute must-have. And if you're looking to get one installed, I offer the commission on my website at sabersforever.com. You can find it under the KR Sabers install commissions, where you can find all of the other sabers that he offers on his website. I have a made-to-order section and a ready-to-ship section. And if you don't see what you want on there, please feel free to reach out at john@sabersforever.com, and I'd be happy to get back to you about any inquiry that you have, should it be for a custom chassis or programming question or whatever it may be. So without further ado, until the next time, however that last bit saying goes, may the force be with you. I'll see you on the next one.